This is math 4.6, and the learning target is to divide whole numbers by fractions. So we've been doing a lot of multiplication with fractions. Now we're moving into the division. So it's a pretty basic idea once you know what to do, and you can do it, and then use your facts that you know, and you'll be good. Okay? One of the keys to dividing fractions is something called reciprocal. That you need to be able to find the reciprocal of a number. Um, and it's kind of inverting, okay, or switching, changing about. Reciprocal, what it means is any two numbers with the product of one. So it is this number times this number equals 1. Then these would be reciprocal numbers. So any that equal 1. So I have the number 3/5, the fraction 3/5. I want to find the reciprocal of it. I invert it. The numerator becomes the denominator becomes the numerator. So I just go like this. 5/3. Now, watch what I do here. 3/5 times 5/3. So if these are reciprocal, they'll equal 1. Let's try it. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 over 15 is the same as 1. These are reciprocal. Okay, so I found the reciprocal. So basically, all you do is flip it. So the reciprocal of 1/3, 3 over 1, or because we know that anything divided by 1 is going to be that number, you could say the reciprocal of 1/3 is 3. Okay. Now, if I want to find the reciprocal of 11, I'm going to do that, make it into a fraction. I can do that, and then I flip it. Okay? So the reciprocal of 11 is 1/11. All right? Now, the reason why you need to find the reciprocal is because when you divide, you keep the first number and then you change the second one, what you're dividing it by. So 6 divided by 1/3. 6 I'm going to keep. This 1/3, I'm going to get the reciprocal. So I'm going to invert it, change it, flip. And this is what I like to talk about. This is what I always say. KCC. Keep, change, change. So I'm going to keep this 6. Well, and actually, dividing by fractions, it's nice to have fraction divided by fraction. Okay? So all I have to do is go like that. 6 over 1, same as 6. So I keep this one, 6 over 1. Now I'm going to change this to the opposite. Division becomes multiplication. And then I'm going to change this to the reciprocal, like that. So now I just go across. 6 times 3 is 18. 1 times 1 is 1. And 18 over 1 is the same as 18. So 6 divided by 1/3 equals 18. Okay? And the way you could kind of double check to make sure that's right, I could do 18 times 1/3. 18 times 1/3 should get me 6. Let's see. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Okay? So we know 18's right. All right, let's do one more. This 4, I'm going to make this into a fraction. And then I'm going to do keep, change, change. Keep this, change that, change that. Okay? So now, these two are exactly the same way, okay? You just can't divide fractions. The only way you can do it is changing it to a multiplication, and then you multiply. That's the only way to do it. So 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 3 is 3. Now, I'm going to do this. 16 divided by 3. How many times does 3 go into 16? 5. 5 times 3 is 15. Subtract that out, I get 1. So it's going to be 5 and 1/3. 5 and 1/3 is my answer. Okay? You got to remember when you do division like this that this is going to be your numerator and this is your denominator. Okay? So it's 5, kind of like a remainder. Remainder 1. The remainder goes on top and it's held up by that, what you started, the base, the 3. Okay? So 1/3. All right, that is how you divide whole numbers by fractions. Really important being able to find the reciprocal. It's not that hard, it's just inverting, flip them. Once you find the reciprocal, then you can follow my little keep, change, bring it down, multiply across, and then put your number back into what it is, into the solution there. Okay? So go ahead and watch the guided practice, and then you'll have a chance to practice some of these on your own.